Oh, fish on. Yes, it worked. It worked. We have a fish on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Sammy Hitzke fishing adventure. Now, I'm out this morning and I'm doing something very different. Let me cast your memories back to last year when I started trolling for snapper. It's with some pretty good success too, I might add. Well, today I'm out trolling again, but I'm in some deeper water. Now, the problem last year is I was restricted to the shallow stuff, the only places where I could get a deep diver down. But today I've come up with a plan of attack to get those small, deep diving hard body lures down deep in front of some hungry snapper. Well, fingers crossed at least. Now, you may be thinking, Sammy, how on earth are you gonna do that, mate? Well, you may see that little tasty number there. That's my electric reel. I've jerry-rigged it up like a downrigger. I've got 2 hard bodies out at the moment. And look, I would love to see this pay off because I reckon it'd be pretty cool. I'm currently in about 30 meters of water. I've got these little hard bodies, little tango shads flashing away. Fingers crossed I can get a big snapper to come and eat one. We've got perfect weather today, so we're gonna give it a really red hot nudge. I do have a contingency plan here though. I bought my Spanish trolling gear and some baits, so if we can't tempt a snapper, I'll chuck some baits out and see if we can't tempt another big Spanish. Anyways guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the episode. Crack a beer, get comfortable. Fingers crossed this pays off. Rightio, let's get this party started. I've got my poor man's downrigger here. This is going to be the star of the show today. Down. Rigger, bomb. Clip that guy on. That's your cheeky 7-pounder. And then the tango shad. Now this colour. Whoa, we don't want that rolling around. Have a go at that colour. If that's not a yakka, I don't know what is. So I'm gonna let that back about 20 meters. Should have cast it, that would have been heaps quicker. Now, keep in mind guys, this is my first time doing this, so I'm feeling it out. Bit of make it up as we go. Obviously, trolled quite a few snapper up conventional methods, but never with the improvised downrigger. Pinch clip. I want to give that a fair bit of resistance, just so it sets the hook for me. And so that says it's down 20 meters. Same deal. You want it to be a fair old whack when it gets done.
Now, as good as this idea worked in my head, I was about to go on a very steep learning curve of why more people don't use electric reels as downriggers and why you shouldn't try and use more than one at a time. Yeah. First up, I snagged the downrigger ball. Then I ran a lure into the bottom. Then this happened.
Well, hit number 1, mackerel. Yay. Didn't want that lure? Excellent. Start again. Well, that took a little bit of fiddling, but got 2 lures down there. We had one bite off already, I reckon probably a mackerel, and I did bring the mackerel rods as well. So if this doesn't work, I'm going to give it a fair old shot, but if it doesn't work, then we might have to chase mackerel, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But I would really like to see one of these rods scream off with a nice snapper on it. Fingers crossed.
And then I got snagged some more. By this time I was just about over it, so I decided to defrost some baits to activate plan B.
Oh, fish on. Yes, it worked. It worked. We have a fish on. The species. That's what we want to know. There's a few head nods there. It may well be, but I don't want to get my hopes up. There's been a bit going on this morning. Oh, this may well end in a tangle. It's having a go. Please be pink. Is that a flash? I think we might be on here, guys. I don't think it's a big one by any stretch of the imaginations, but it is the right species. We have done it. It's taken us a little while, and this is not a big fish. Ladies and gentle giants, snapper on the troll in 35 meters of water. Woo! Oh, we got one. We actually got one. Right, he's made an absolute mess in the net. Probably should have lifted him, but first fish of the day. Got to treat them with a bit of care. Well, there you go, guys. It worked. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I put a lot of effort in this morning, and it's been pretty hit and miss. I lost some lures to snag, still working all this stuff out, but it's good to get on the board. Even if it is only a little panty, I'm pretty stoked. Just need to upgrade him from here. At least it works. I know it works. One's eaten. You beauty. He's coming home too. He's a nice little eating size. Righto, guys, here's the current situation. Just the one hookup so far, and then this happened. Somehow the lead loop in my downrigger bomb has worn through or pulled through, or I don't know. But all I got back was that, which is awesome. Really, really wanted to lose that. But it's getting a bit late in the day as well, which makes me think the snapper might be not as on the chew as they previously could have been. Not that they were firing by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm gonna put some baits out for a Spanish. Now, I froze the baits that that didn't get eaten last session, so they're ready to swim again. So I don't even have to rig them. Just chuck them out and start cruising around. Fingers crossed one of those will go off in the meantime, and I might give the old snapper trolling another crack a bit later on this afternoon when that sun gets a little lower. We gave it a good nudge, we got one, and we can build from here. We're on, and it's a serious one. That one. Whew. He is motoring. Whoa. This is a good one, guys.
CG32, this is Bravo 1, over.
Well, guys, this one has taken a stack of line. I'd love to just get a look of it, because it is absolutely smoked a school mackerel. I I reckon this is a mackerel. It's a big one. That first run it did was huge. And he just come off then. No! No! Ah! Doesn't feel like I have my rig here anymore either. You know what, guys? Could have been a shark. That may well have been a shark, guys. All this line is all scuffed and milky, which you don't often get from a mackerel. And then I've lost half my leader. That says to me that a shark's tail has been wearing through it. I'd love to be able to keep one of my rigs for more than a session. Oh, they got the heart racing. I thought that could have been it, but oh well. Yeah, keep trolling. Fish on. Fish on. Get rid of that ratchet. Well, put some hours into this hookup. He's just smacked the tailor, I think it was. I'll be about to get a look at him. Stay in, please, hooks. Haven't seen him yet. He took a nice run at the start. Hit well. There's the wind on. There's a big flash of silver. Just going to knock the boat out of gear here. Don't want to put too much pressure on. Put the boat back in gear. Oh, you're kidding! Ah! Why can't I keep the hooks in a fish? I worked so hard for that one. He was just there. I even backed the drag off. Oh. Some days. Some days. Oh well, rig another bait. Get back out there. Fish on. Oh, get. Oh. Oh, how? 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 Oh, what? On the way in. On the way in. What? Well, that was pretty crazy. That fish literally ate a half bait that had been hit on the way in. That doesn't happen very often. Please, hooks. I was literally winding that in. Oh, I'd really like to see this one. It's been a tough old day. Surely we're due a persistence fish. He just saw the boat and he did not like it. Oh, really didn't like it. And now we've got a double hookup. Okay, well, this could be a little day changer. Right, time to knock it out of gear. Let's get these guys in. Let's get these guys in. Rightio. There he is. Over you come, please, mate. Next time he's mine. Rightio. There's one. In. Right. Please be tight on this one still. Yep. This one's still here as well. Well, this feels like a nicey. He definitely took off. This happened last time though. Hooked up to a fish and then you end up with two. If I can land these two, oh, what a change in day. We're just going back on top of me. He's a little ways away. Little important tip to do the old, have the old plan B in your back pocket as well. Snapper trolling sounded awesome when I was planning it last night. It just didn't work the way I thought it would. I thought I'd be on for young and old. I don't think the fish are where I thought they were going to be, and the technique needs a bit of refinement. Up you come, mate. He's coming up now. Oh, this might even be a shark, you know. It's a fair bit of weight there. This can't be a mackie. This can't be a mackie. If it is, it's going to be huge. You heard it first. If this is a mackerel, it's going to be huge. Wonder if it's not a mackerel, I wonder if it ever was a mackerel, or if it was a shark from the start. That feels very sharkish. But we'll get an ID first. It is a big old grey suit. Thank goodness for that. Whew. There's a gym workout. It's truth. Whew. Okay, now we can deal with this guy. He obviously would have been good to get straight onto him and deal with him when I caught him, but well, he made short work of that. I'd really like to know how much bait was left after that missed hit. Okay, and there you go. Long time coming, this fish. Guess what? I'm going to try not to drop this one on my foot too. These are nice fish. He'd be probably, oh, he's pretty skinny. I'd say 10-12 kilos. A nice condition fish though. And he went nice and hard. I've got one bait left. I reckon I'm going to chuck that on, give it a pull around. If nothing eats it in the next half an hour, I'm out of here. We put in some hours today. Finally been rewarded. Kept the hooks in one for a change. And yeah, their boat is an absolute mess too. All right, quickly bleed this guy. Now for everyone who wants to know how to rig your baits, each bait is different obviously, but just think of it like a big pilchard. Main thing is keep it nice and straight. So that the hook's down the belly like so. That guy can swing free. And then you just wire the jaw on. Unfortunately guys, no more hits for the afternoon, so a tough old day, but very lucky to end up with those two fish. I think a lot of things didn't go my way, so I think any fish landed was a massive win for the program. Snapper, that's 46 centimeters. Not a bad little squire. They definitely get a stack bigger than that. This guy here is a solid old mac. It's about 140 centimeters. Just going to give him a quick weigh. Just do its thing. 14 kilos. Oh, 14 kilos on the nose, I'm giving it. Not bad, that's a nice fish. Bigger than I thought. Would have liked to have got both of them in, but it wasn't my day. Anyways guys, I'm going to rip the fillets off these guys pretty quick. I don't know if you can hear or see the overcast conditions behind me, but I'm about to get rained on. So I'm going to quickly get these guys filleted and then into the fridge. And then I think we might sit down and have a bit of a tackle talk. Bit to discuss from today's episode. There's a bit to discuss.
Well, this brings us to the tackle talk section of the video, guys. And I don't know how much advice I can really dish out here. The snapper trolling, well, it didn't work how I thought it would. I only got the one. It has potential. I'm not going to give up on it, that's for sure. I will perfect it, and I will only troll one lure at a time next time. That is guaranteed. More than one is an absolute nightmare. A proper punish. I'll quickly go through the lures I used. That's the 120 Tango Shad, and that's the 89mm Tango Shad. I like the profiles. They got a nice tight action, good trebles on them, so they're ready to rock and roll straight out of the box. I can see a big snapper eating one. It just didn't happen this time, so stay tuned. I will perfect it. You will see a snapper, a deep trolling for snapper video come up very, very shortly. Now, what I have received a lot of questions about is the rigs I used for mackerel. These are the ones I used amongst a couple of others. This is a Sighter chin guard rig, and this is just a TT bait trolling rig. You just pick the rig size to suit the size of the bait you're going to troll. Another thing to remember is mackerel have really sharp teeth, so don't forget to use some wire on your rigs. That'll stop you getting bitten off. Now, there is quite a bit more admin involved in trolling baits as opposed to lures. First of all, you've got to catch your baits or buy them. They can be quite expensive at times. Then you've got to rig them properly so they swim right. So you've got to do it all nice and straight, wire it in nice and tight, like I showed you in the video. And then you've got to troll around nice and slowly so you don't blow the baits out. So if you are going to give it a crack, just feel your way through it. Go nice and slow. Make sure everything's done right. Don't try and go too quick, and be persistent. As you would have seen in this video, persistence was the only thing that caught me that fish in the end. I landed that snapper at 9:08 in the morning. And then I landed my very next fish, that Spanish mackerel, at 4:15 in the afternoon. There is a lot of fishless hours in between those two, and I dead set just put that capture down to sheer, unrelenting persistence. And it's something I think you guys should definitely get involved in. Just keep on grinding it out and you'll eventually catch some good fish. In terms of the tackle I use for trolling, I've been through that numerous times. It's just my standard trolling gear. Of course, if you'd like to check out any of this gear, make sure you head over to wilsonfishing.com. There's plenty of good stuff there to get you out there on the water. If you'd like to support my channel, head over to my website, sammyhitzkefishing.com. We've got plenty of merch available for you guys over there. And of course, if you liked or learnt something from this video, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, leave us a comment below. Guys, I hope you're getting stuck into a few fish as well. I'll catch you next week for another Sammy Hitzke fishing adventure. Cheers, guys.